Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a match between MindelVK, I think that's what that is, and Mutaman, who is Railgan on Golden Wall, the latter edition. Bottom right-hand corner, it is the red Zerg player, Mutaman. We're going to call him Railgan from now on, though. And on the bottom left side, it is the blue Protoss player from Husu. It is MindelVK, which, let's see, what is VK in Roman letters? V is 5, and K, I don't remember what K is. Let's see, K in Roman numerals. Thanks, Google, you know what I'm talking about, 1,000. So Mindel 5,000, possibly, very cool. Kind of a neat, like, sci-fi style name. Maybe it's a robot, that'd be fun. Anyway, it's a ZVP here at the GMEU ladder. A great place to be, a great place to live, as long as you're not a map hacker. Man, Railgan put out a video detailing the, detailing the fact that there is a known map hacker out on the EU GM ladder. He plays Terran, and he never scans a thing. He will send out units to meet your scouting units, no matter where they are on the map, without having any vision at all, every time, on the nose. He's not even really trying to hide it. And after Railgan made that video, which if you want to link to it, I'll put it in the description. But after Railgan made that video, he switched over to a barcode name. So, yeah, great place to be. Did he seriously not scout this gold? Oh, does he? Oh, now he scouted it. Okay. Yeah, he was like, I don't see a natural, and I really don't see an early pool. So what's happening? Ah, yes, there we go. It's at the gold base. Here for Railgan. Mindel going for the 1-gate expand. Nothing too crazy out of him, although sometimes these GM games can get pretty crazy. This one is not at this stage. It looks pretty normal right about now. Probably see Railgan go for a third base at about 2:30, maybe a little bit earlier than that. And really no attempts to block that from MindelVK either. So APM looking pretty good. About 250 here for Mindel, about 120 for Railgan. He's not a player that spams, but he's consistently been GM for many years now, so it doesn't really matter. I don't think that he doesn't spam in the early stages. He has the APM to play fast when he needs to. Roach Warren here. Ooh, 2 base in it with a Roach Warren. Now this is something you want to scout if you are Mindel 5000. Alright, so he's making an adept. He's bringing a probe out, trying to see, is there maybe a base up here I'm aware of? Actually, didn't go up the ramp at all. Is there a third base here at the natural location? The answer is no! No, there is not. This is going to be an aggressive play. This is going to be an aggressive 2-base play. It's really interesting why... I mean, you're not even really saturating the gold base here. I'm trying to decide what the reasoning for taking the gold base is if you're going for a 2-base play anyway. I mean, this extra income from this one drone, I guess, is cool, but it might die in the meantime regardless because, there we go, it has to turn itself into an extractor at least. These roaches, yeah, those are roaches, man. You don't know what's in those eggs. Those could be roaches, those could be lings. And it's a queen and a bunch of roaches. Oh, transfer out, nicely done. That was actually really well timed by Mindel 5000. I liked that quite a bit. Anyway, double gateway here, Stalker in the mix. And a Void Ray. Oh, you always think it's going to be an Oracle when it's the first thing coming out, but he scouted the 2-base, he scouted the roaches, and he's making a Void Ray. That makes more sense. Void Rays are a better option versus roaches than Oracles are for sure. So he's trying to chrono boost this thing out. It's going to be tight. This is Railgan trying to kill this guy fast, and you know this could be a sneaky twofer because that's how I roll with Railgun games especially. Why would you let the lings inside? Oh, it is much better. Much better that the Stalker die than that you let these lings inside and open the door to these Ravagers too. Probes fighting, several of them going down. But I think Mindel is okay. He's still at 24 workers on 2 bases, which is fine. The Void Ray arrives. And that Roach actually cancels the egg, or cocoon, and then dies. That was interesting. Alright, so held. I mean, that was some dead workers, yes, but it is still a 2-basing Protoss versus a 2-basing Zerg. Mindel 5000 is in a decent, very decent position. He's going to move the Void Ray out to see what we can do. The answer is there's 1 queen here and a spore on the way, but you can kill this queen. There are 2 queens, different story, but 1 queen is something you got to worry about here. Sneaking on in the back way, and maybe you can burn down that. You can burn down the spore before it finishes. If your prismatic alignment hit, look how long it takes for them to kill a drone. Void Rays are not intended to kill things that are not armored, turns out. They're just bad. It is an Oracle on the way to help out with the Void Ray friend. Main base has a spore and a queen, so should be fine. But Overlord's getting picked up by prismatic alignment Void Ray. Bad news for Railgan. 1 Overlord down. 2 Overlords down, and maybe 3, but playing with fire there. Let's get out. They have proposed changing the range on Queens from 8 to 7. They have proposed a few changes just to make it a little bit less easy for Zerg to do what they're going to do. So if you're not a Zerg player and you despair seeing all the Zerg wins in the meta recently, well, let me just tell you, you might be okay. There might be some changes in the pipe that will change the meta up here quite a bit. So finally getting a third base here is Railgan. He really needs to do some damage here. He's going to be in trouble versus this 2-basing Protoss. Yeah, look at this Void Ray. We're going to just chase you and... Oh, hang on. What? Don't catch it! Oh, I think that caught a Corrosive Bile. Yikes. So the Ravager Micro here is interesting. Can he keep up? He can keep up with the Roach. Wow, another hit with that Corrosive Bile, but the Ravager dies, and it was just shields, and shields can come back for the Void Ray, no problem. So 41 to 30 workers right now, but Railgan is kind of starting to saturate his natural base. There was a bit of an Oracle attack over here. Got some stuff done, too. Did they burn down? Wow, did they burn down the Spore? Holy smokes. No, they didn't. It's here. Just some good micro. Man, they're doing... So Railgun's over here microing, trying to kill stuff, while Mindel's over here microing, trying to kill stuff. Amazing. Hydralisk Den here from Railgun says, alright, if we're going to go this much Stargate, I'm going to go for Hydralisks. That's not a bad idea. Hydras are really good against these Immortals. Hydras are good against Stalkers. Hydras are not great against Adepts, but pretty good. Nevertheless, and I think Hydra is a really, really decent choice to go with right now. Baneling Nest on the way from Railgun. Gonna go Hydraling Bane as the follow-up here, and Mindel really should be thinking about taking a third. If you've kind of been left alone for a bit of time, not a bad idea. Man, he's making a Void Ray, 2 Oracles, and a Phoenix out of that Stargate. Oh, he mined out his back door, and he's going to take it here. I kind of really like this from Mindel. If you're a little bit afraid of the Zerg player and what he's got going, and you can't really defend a third base that it was open up here, for example, you can take it down here and delay their attempts to even get back here, right? They have to mine through to get through. They have to mine through here to get through, which they're actively doing, but it will take a while. Same thing here, or same thing here, etc., etc. Anyway, the Oracle's trying to get more kills. They might have got a couple more there. Railgun's at 43 workers. He's lost 9 drones. It's not a good number. Not a good number to lose. Trying to creep spread across the map to make it easier to attack and to retreat, which is always important in these games. With this third base from Mindel, I like it. Railgun has no idea that it exists at all. To be fair, he hasn't really scouted up here either. He doesn't know that there's not a third base here. Maybe he's assuming that there is one. These Lings moving out, I think, are going to be scouting Lings, trying to see what's going on. There really aren't enough of them to accomplish much otherwise. Though it's a bigger number than, like, 2. If it was like 2 Zerglings or 1 Zergling, sure, scouting would make more sense. Who's going to check? Yeah. Gonna check this base. No Nexus. How strange. We're going to just make sure nothing comes here when I'm not paying attention directly. Checking to see maybe something at the gold. Nope, nothing there either. Lings hammering on this wall, get chased away by the response of the Protoss army. And a 4th base from Railgun. This is interesting. He doesn't know there's a 3rd. Like, expanding is a little bit dangerous from him. If you expand and saturate at the wrong time, you might not have enough army for a giant 2-base, like, all-in attack here from Mindel. But he seems to be doing all right. Mindel is not interested in really moving out at this point. He is creating a wall here, though. I like that. So in case Lings do make it into this back area, they can't just walk in and kill everything. They actually have to get through a wall with some cannons first. Loving that. Oh, they did mine through this. Oh, can't lose an Oracle to Corrosive Bile. Man, Mindel 5000 is not paying attention very well versus those Corrosive Biles. Not something you would see a professional do anyway. So yes, he is making an assumption. There's something back here. He's sending his whole army on that hunch. Yeah, but the army, there's force fields. I think we're ready for it. Storm is just about done. I don't know about this Banelings. Oh, they got the pylon, and the cannons are depowered. Never mind. The Banelings functioning a lot there. They're actually going to reduce the 5 HP gain that Banelings get with centrifugal hooks. That's going to be something they're planning on doing. Again, it's not a promised thing yet. It's just being planned and tested. Taking down one of the warp gates here. Void Ray, a pretty good answer to this, as long as you can avoid those Corrosive Biles, which you should be able to do. Another gateway down. And Railgun decides he can't break it. Is this Oracle doing more stuff? Still 9 drones, so no extra deaths there, but Lurker Den coming in. Ooh, I kind of like it. So it's going to be Lurker, well, yeah, so Lurker, Ravager, Baneling, Zergling. This third base is protected. There's not much of a wall anymore. That cannon is helping. We got some Immortals. We have some Storm. I like what we're doing here from Mindel 5000 quite a bit. Is he going to break in? He's thinking about it. Corrosive Biles. Not connecting anything, but, you know, sometimes they're just a zoning measure. Trying to force units away from certain locations. Force fields up. Baneling's not really getting through there. They did Corrosive Bile down one of the cannons, though. And they're not breaking this. They're not breaking this front. But the 4th base is secure from Railgan. He's a 4-basing Zerg. Pretty happy about that. Just trying to Corrosive Bile down whatever he can at this 3rd base location. He is effectively mined out this gold, as he's had it for some time. He mined through here. Huh, it's interesting. Surprised he didn't just send an Overlord over to check, rather than taking all the time to mine that, maybe for nothing, right? I don't know. He's got 4 workers on his gas down here at the main base. Not super great. Ravagers trying to get some stuff done, but that is a crazy Immortal count. Archon's absorbing Baneling shots. That's what they exist for. Because you're okay with taking that Baneling shot to an Archon rather than anything else, pretty much. Maybe an Immortal. Both players micro pretty good, pretty on display right now. APM for these players up to 236 for Railgan. That's what I'm talking about. He's been playing fast in the last few minutes here. Baneling's taking that Storm. Okay, Baneling's not getting any damage done there whatsoever. MindelVK needs to be expanding behind this. Railgan is top right. The fact that he's not getting... Oh, never mind. He's doing it right here. Right under my nose. Never mind. There's a base coming up right now. He's actually trying to live back here, interestingly enough. However, defending that and this is going to be a little bit tricky for Mindel 5000. I'd like to see him move out and get something done. He is sending a Zealot around, but I even think maybe like a couple DTs would be interesting, but he'd have to get the Dark Shrine for that. That's a lot of High Templar with a lot of Storm. If Railgan just comes in here and just goes a move, I think everything dies. That is a ton of Storm available, so that's why Railgan is playing it cautiously. Dancing back, darting back. He might try to make a Ling run into this. Oh, am I going to get it? He's attacking in while and distracting while this happens. Baneling's taking out some of the Zealots, but largely just dying here too. And then he gets a full surround on the Nexus. Save your Nexus. That's really important right now. Ah, he cancels the Nexus. The Lings all die. Lurker's getting to an advantageous burrow position here. Does he have detection? He is throwing down Revelation on those Lurkers, which means the Immortal count means the Lurkers are pretty much useless. So replanting the base is a really big deal. He did get some Zealots up in this area. And the Zealots do have +1 attack, which is nice. The Lings are +2. And with the support of the Spine, they are going to be just fine there up at the 4th base. The 5th base is done for Railgan. MindelVK is trying to get his 4th base established, but it is not looking good for him. Resources lost, 9,400 for the Protoss and 10,000 for Railgan. It's a little bit too close for comfort if you're going to be a Protoss player. You want to be killing more stuff than that at this stage of the game. More Zealots heading on out because they do have that incredibly boosted movement speed because they have charge. Makes them faster than stimmed Marines, don't ya know? +2, that's +3 attack coming in from Mindel. That's early. For how crazy this game has been, it's kind of early. It's going for the range upgrade for the Lurkers, which is a good upgrade. We should really get the range upgrade and the fast burrow upgrade, the adaptive talons. My gosh, Lings and Banes crushing the Zealots. The number of Zealots that have died in this game is a little alarming. We're at 44 of them at this point. So, completely undefended 5th base, top right here. Oh, he's going to lose his... Okay, he got his Lurkers out of there. That was dangerous. He loses several more drones. He's lost 16 in the first 4 minutes. That static defense is not going to happen. And then some additional Lings are going to die here, too. This is what I'm talking about. If you have a Zerg player harassing you and pressuring you like this, send out some units to attack an undefended base. It goes for every race, right? You're being pressured by anybody, and they're really focusing on your bases. Just send out little raiding parties, whatever they are. Zerglings, Roaches, Ravagers, Zealots, Marines, and Marauders. Send a drop out if you're Terran. DTs. Anything to mess with a base that is undefended and make them focus on something else for a minute. Give yourself some breathing room so you can establish a base. That was very nicely done by Mindel 5000. Zealots, oh gosh. Oh, that one Zealot ate like 4 Banelings. That's a good trade. I think that's a decent trade there from MindelVK, otherwise known as Mindel 5000. Mindel's moving in while the Railgan is at the front door. These cannons are doing all right with the shield battery support, but oh no, the Artosis pylon. Holy crap, everything depowered there. That is some brutal stuff. MindelVK is trying to warp in some units to deal with it, but he might just lose his natural. In the meantime, Railgan is going to lose his natural base here at the gold, just because he has literally nothing defending it. I mean, the base was effectively mined out anyway, so I'm not sure how much it really matters, but sure, it's fine. Natural base taking some lurker spines. It is going to go down for Mindel 5000. And now Mindel is the aggressor. Does he not have any observers at all? I really feel like he needs some observers. Oh, no, he does. Why isn't he killing the tumors? I guess he's killing the ones around him, but not good Baneling hits. Not great Baneling hits at all. Those Hydras on the backside get all massacred. Just when you're, it's a 1-to-1 ratio of Hydra versus Archon. It's not going to go well for you at all. This lurker has 9 kills over back at Mindel 5000's natural. Banelings, again, rolling into Archons. These are not good trades. Railgun has now lost 19,000, almost 20,000 resources to the 15,000 of Mindel 5000. This is more what you want to be doing if you're a Protoss player. Clearing out a whole ton of creep. This is what I'm talking about. So satisfying. Banelings trading their lives for that Zealot counterattack attempt there. These guys are kind of ready to go. 4 spines at that 5th base, though. That is well defended. Just because it's so far away. It takes a while for a response to get there. He's not even bothering with his natural. That is a 10-kill lurker, and I think one of those things is a Nexus, which is beautiful. Ling sneaking on in from Railgan. Going after this bottom base. They do have +3 attack and adrenal glands. So, shield battery not going to make as much of a difference as you want it to make, I don't think. Zealot warping in the main base of Railgun. Snipes his lurker den, though. Oh, this little bit of... I think Mindel just needs to go for it, man. I know that lurker is scary. You have a bunch of immortals. Is he coming back? Is he going to recall home? He's going to recall home to deal with these Lings. And that's enough, but it gets a lot of pressure off of Railgun. That said, he's got Zealots inside his main base, causing havoc. If they all focused on that Hydralisk den, I think they could have killed it. But instead, they're a little bit all over the place on the Infestation Pit, on the Spore Crawler. You got to focus those attacks on things that matter. Is how this works. So, Mindel loses his 4th base, which is really bad. I mean, Railgun lost his natural, but again, it was mined out. He's okay, I think. He's got 57 workers to 40 for the Protoss. This hero lurker, though. This 10-kill lurker's like, I got it. Oh, the lift, but the burrow, and the lift, and the kill. Hey, that was close. I guess there were observers here, so that is... His time was done. Oh, Mindel just barely got enough resources to throw down a Nexus. You should probably make a Nexus, just a thought. Is he doing... Oh, he's doing more Zealot warping up. He's trying to get that Hydralisk den. He couldn't quite pull it off, though. Again, I don't know that he's focusing necessarily on it as much as he should. So Mindel replanning his 4th here at 18 minutes. We got Lings rolling on down to the south. The timing, just the game sense here from Railgun is great. He sees the army, gets hit a little bit, pulls back. It's like the Protoss has probably tried to rebuild this base by now, right? You are not wrong. Ah, they came back! Mindel! You can't... Okay, that's it, man. You're done. You're done. You needed that base to survive economically. You need to kill like 3 bases right now with your army to get back in this game. Maybe just 2 will be enough, but at least 2 is what I'm feeling about. Yeah, these Lings, goodbye, everybody at the 3rd base. It's a pretty darn scary army here. I mean, there's a Greater Spire, so Broodlords could be coming in, which would be pretty good against this army. Storming the crap out of the Hydralisks. Yes, push up here. Go, Mindel. Make it a game. He's doing it. He's going to get one of the bases. All right, all right. Does he not have... He doesn't have enough resources to, like, warp in some Zealots to deal with these guys, does he? No, he does not. Oh, Broodlords are here. Broodlords are here, but they're getting Archon down to death here. Oh, my gosh. His... No! One Broodlord. One Broodlord is going to finish right now. One Broodlord is not enough to make the Protoss army afraid at all. Oh no! Immortal Archon coming up! I don't know about killing this base. I mean, I guess there's some tech here, which is nice. Oh, the Banelings are trying to get made, but they're getting stormed. And then they're exploding on Archons anyway, so they didn't really accomplish much. We are suddenly in a great position for both players. Or a bad position for both players, but the other player's bad too, so it's actually not that terrible. Dude, the High Templar warning in there first was a little bit dangerous. Like, maybe don't send them in first. Also, you gotta do something about this income that Mutaman has. Railgan's sources of income exist, and yours do not. I understand that killing his production and that killing his tech structures is nice. I'm not gonna argue with that. But you gotta focus on the sources of income that they have right now, because if they don't have any income, they're in the same boat you are. If they still have income, then Railgan has the advantage. Hydralisk Den down, Roach Warren down, Spotting Pool down. Main base entirely, completely dead for Railgan. And the main base for MindelVK exists, but there's no income at all for this guy, whereas we still have stuff happening up here. So army supply is 78 to 22. Here's a problem. The units tab for Railgan is 3 Hydralisks, a Broodlord, 3 Lurkers, 3 Zerglings, and a Queen. I'm going to argue it's probably not enough. Maybe kill this base. It's an easier take. There you go. This base is an easier base to kill. All right. Mindel taking some steps here. Taking some steps. I do not think if these observers can survive. If the observers don't fly into the spores. Observers, no! Observers, why? There is revelation, though. There is a certain amount of revelation, and maybe it doesn't matter in the end. Railgan's final source of income is getting obliterated off the face of the planet. His lurker den is gone, and that might just be your GG revelation coming through in the clutch. That's it. It's 75 to 3 supply. Mindel with the, oh my gosh, 34 kills, 26 kills, 30 kills, 45 kills, 31 kills. These are some immortals. 24 kill Archon, 54 kill Archon, 26 kill Archon, 21 kill Archon, 43 kill Archon, and good game. Mindel 5000 is your winner. Incredible comeback from Mindel 5000. He did not have any income for the last, like, what, 10 minutes of this game? 6 minutes of this game? Look at this income tab. I don't have it because it wasn't played with, there was a ladder match. Dang it. But seriously, this base died a while ago, and Mindel's just like, you know what's really good? Archons and Immortals. Not wrong, dude. Not wrong. The Broodlords would have been great, but the fact that they got sniped off over here was huge for the Protoss player. And yeah, again, look at this. Look at these numbers. Nobody has fewer than 30 kills on any of these Immortal. Oh, 26, lied. 43 Archon. That's all that's left. This is the army and a bunch of High Templar, which, again, really helped a lot in a lot of situations. Not going to forget them, but mostly weakening stuff up. I thought for sure when those observers got sniped down by the spores because Mindel was so careless with them, that was the end of the game. But no, the revelation comes through. The one Oracle that remains in the game right here. 11 kill Oracle. Hall of Fame Oracle. Seriously, this might be one of the first ones that were made in the game. I didn't name it, but maybe I should have. Throws down the revelation. The Lurkers can't do anything. Ridiculous. It might have actually been better for Railgun just to use his remaining resources on making Zerglings and just base raced it. The +3 Lings with adrenal glands have a ton of DPS output. I think they maybe could have got here and made a game of it, but he decided to make some Lurkers instead, try to defend. That didn't go very well, and Protoss gets the win. Beautiful match. Hit that like button if you enjoyed that. That was tons of fun. 88 probes down, 90 drones down. I mean, economies were nothing at the end of the game, so that makes sense. Mindel had 0 probes, and Railgun technically had a drone and the ability to expand. I think he was up here. Yeah, he was up here. He was thinking about expanding, but he knew he was done. 5 hatcheries and a hive down. 3 Nexuses killed. Like, great stuff. Really great stuff. And, like, props to Railgun, too, for sending me a match that he lost, right? there are people that do that. Like, don't always assume, oh, I know this player. He has sent Falcon replays before. Obviously, he's going to win. No, he sends me losses. Losses. Railgan doesn't care. He knows he's a great player. He knows we're going to be impressed by his play. He likes the attention. Check out his Twitch stream and his YouTube channel. There's a link in the description there, too. All right. Well, that is going to be it from me. This has been, Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.